Hello everybody, this is Jeremy ONeal with Advisorfix, and it is an honor to be with you today. Hey, I want to send a very happy Labor Day out to everybody out there in the working force. Hopefully you are enjoying your Labor Day and that you are ready for September 2019. Today I want to talk to you about a couple different things. Number one, we're going to recast your sales goals and ensure that you actually don't fall short of your sales goals when it comes to December 31st, 2019. Look, the next 4 months are absolutely critical as we transition out of summer into the fall season to make sure that you get the sales on the board. And I want to make sure that you go into November ahead of your sales goals, just in case November comes up just short, you don't fall behind. Really critical that you recast your goals and know exactly where you're at. So we're going to help you with that. Number two, I want to talk to you about some exciting news coming up. If you've wondered where I've been, I haven't been hiding. I've just been hard at work here at Freedom Auto Repair, remastering and redeveloping our service advisor training. In fact, we've even redeveloped our shop owner training. So we've got a lot of good material coming up. Got some exciting announcements in quarter number 4 for you. Can't tell you exactly when. We're hard at work remastering the material, putting it in a format that's easy for you to consume, make sure that you get the results that you want and actually exceed your sales goals and put the money in the bank that you actually deserve. Yep, that's right. We've remastered all of our content and it's all coming out to you here in quarter number 4. For those of you who are our current coaching clients, you get this material right away. We're rolling out the new modules immediately beginning in September. So I'm really excited about that. Also, I want to share with you a story about my road trip this year and why it's so important to think in systems. As a service advisor, your job is to help your client protect the investment that they've made in their vehicle and keep it running in the most affordable way and prevent those annoying breakdowns on the side of the road. Well, I've got news for you. On my road trip this summer, I had an experience that taught me a very valuable lesson in thinking in systems and taking care of systems before you hit the road. It's going to serve you really well moving forward. All right, we've got some upcoming live training events. You can check out advisorfix.com, go to our events page, and you'll see all the upcoming training events coming up. September 14th, going to be in Chicago, Illinois for the ASA event. They're really excited to see my friends back there in the Midwest. Then September 28th, we're heading to Dallas, Texas for a World Pack training event, the Profitable Service Advisor, one of the most powerful one-day training events that we do for service advisors. Then moving on to October 26th, going to be north of the border, my friends up in Richmond, British Columbia, delivering the Profitable Service Advisor with World Pack training as well. And then on November the 9th, we're heading to Daytona Speedway. That's right, we're going to be joining the ASA. They've got a wonderful event at the Daytona Speedway. We're going to be delivering a number of courses for you guys. Check out the calendar there. And again, you can find all the details about our upcoming trainings at advisorfix.com. Hey, that Daytona event is going to be absolutely magical. You definitely want to check it out. It's at the Speedway, and I believe on the following day, we get a tour of the Speedway. It's going to be a magical event, and I hope that I will see you guys there. Okay, let's talk sales. Now, here we are, September 2nd. It's Labor Day. We're moving into the Labor Day week. September has 20 working days. Now, here's what I typically see with most service advisors and most shops. September can fall a little flat. You come out of August with all this momentum. You guys should have had broken cars everywhere. Water pumps, radiators, air conditioning. The heat really breaks down these cars. So you should come out of August with a ton of momentum. In fact, in our shop right now, we have over a week's worth of work pre-sold, ready to go with parts here. This upcoming week's going to be very profitable, although it's a 4-day work week. So what can happen is this. In September, you can notice a little pullback in sales. It's natural. After all the effort that you guys put into the month of August, it's natural to have a little bit pullback if you don't pay attention and set your goals. So I'm going to encourage you to set your sales goal very carefully and push yourself to achieve more than you normally would. In fact, one of the things that I would do is get my annual target of where I want to be on December 31st and find out where I'm at closing on August 31st. Get your annual number and then recast it for the next 4 months. Make sure that you're ahead because there is a giant lurking. That giant is October 2019. October has 23 working days. It has the most working days out of the year in 1 month. And a lot of shops will have a huge sales number for the month. And everybody celebrates and high fives and they go out and party. And then November comes back and boom, smacks them upside the head because November has one of the lowest working days in it with the Thanksgiving holiday. Some shops only have 18 working days in November. So it's very important that you don't fall flat in November and come up really short and then not have enough momentum going into December to actually achieve your sales goals. So hopefully you understand where I'm going with all of this and recasting your sales goals. So what you want to do is this. Go to Advisorfix, go to the materials tab. You can download an annual sales goal worksheet where you can recast your sales goals for 2019. If you need help with this, shoot me a text at my cell phone. You can find that on the website, or shoot me an email at jeremy@advisorfix.com. I'd be happy to help you. Make sure that you've got your sales goals cast and that you're coming in ahead of the curve. All right. Okay, now let me share with you some training here. I want you to start to think in systems. What do I mean by thinking in systems? Well, very easily, it's this. I'll share a story with you. This summer, my family and I took our Suburban and our travel trailer up to Monterey Beach up in Central California, just a beautiful place. And we loaded the dog, 3 kids, my wife were heading up. Everything was fine. The trip up there was absolutely great. On the way home, we're cruising down Interstate 5 in California. We stop off for some gas and some refreshments in Bakersfield, California. Now, if you've ever been to Bakersfield, California in August, you'll know that it gets quite hot, okay? Nothing against Bakersfield. There's just not a whole lot out there except for oil wells, and I don't really know what else. Haven't really spent a lot of time in Bakersfield other than just driving through on the Interstate 5. So we hop back in the car and I notice the gauge ambient temperature says 109 degrees, and I'm like, whoa, this is hot. Now, my Suburban has been with me for quite a while. It's a 2005. I've got 245,000 miles on it. It's a great vehicle. Tows everything just fine, pulls up the hill. No big deals. It has plenty of power. One of the things I've noticed is this. My temperature gauges typically stay really consistent. The engine temperature stays consistent, so does the transmission gauge, stays very consistent. This particular day, as I start climbing up the Grapevine, which is a very steep grade in getting into Los Angeles, I noticed my temperature gauge on the coolant side started to creep up just a little bit. It went beyond the 210 mark, and I thought, oh, this is not good. And as we continued to climb, so did the temperature gauge. Now, I'm pretty observant, and I noticed there was a water station. It said water ahead, and I'm like, okay, Jeremy, don't be stupid, because if you pass up this water, you're gonna absolutely be stuck, and that is not good. So as I managed to pull into the water section there, pull out on Interstate 5, next time you drive there, look for it, you'll see where I pulled in. I noticed my gauge went to 3/4, and then the thing pegged and steam started coming out from under the hood. Luckily, I made it. I was at a place that had fresh water that I could put into my radiator if I needed to. Now, for those of us in the industry, you know, when you're broken down on the side of the road, it is never a good feeling. Keep this in mind. I had my trailer with me, I had my kids with me, my wife, and my dog, and it's 109 degrees in the middle of summer. We're on the side of the freeway, and people are just honking and passing us everything. Luckily, we were in a safe area over on the side. So, to make a long story short, here's what happened. My fan clutch, this is the one, decided to fail at that precise moment. It was the original fan clutch. So one of the things that I took away from this is this. As a service advisor, we have to sell in systems. It's your job to recommend the needed repairs to the customer that's in their best interest. Now, money aside, look, we get it. Customers don't want to spend money on auto repair. Most consumers would rather go see the dentist than come see their local mechanic. However, the systems on the vehicles, especially today's cars, we're seeing cars that are 10, 15, 18 years old. These 2012 cars are now 7 years old. These cars are getting old, and the components in the systems are getting old as well. Now, imagine this. What if I had just been to your shop and I spent some money on replacing my water pump and my hoses and my fan belt, and you did not recommend the fan clutch? And I left, and 2 days later, I had this experience, or 2 weeks later, I had this experience where I broke down on the side of the road, all because you didn't give me the opportunity as a consumer to replace this component that was original in the system that you were just working on. So when you're working on a system, I encourage you to give the customer the choice. Yes, there are gonna be customers that get upset about the pricing of the package. However, there are going to be customers that are going to keep the vehicle, and they want to invest the right amount of money at the right time. So if you haven't seen our video on cooling system hoses with the rust falling out all over this desk, you owe it to yourself to go back and watch that. Check out the YouTube channel. You'll see that video. I think it was one of the last ones that we did. Don't forget fan clutches. Think in terms of systems. You owe it to yourself to build the quote and be 100% honest with the customer that if they are going to keep the vehicle and do some driving, they're in a very safe place today to take care of it while it's a maintenance concern before it becomes a repair concern out on the highway. So for those of you in our coaching program, we're going to really help you master this week with setting up systems and how do you present the sale without the customer's head exploding and falling apart. So that was a little bit of a painful experience that I had. Luckily, I was able to nurse the car home with the trailer, got my Suburban home, got everybody home safe, and was able to put the new fan clutch on it when I returned to the shop. Lucky me, right? Hopefully, none of you have had those experiences with your customers calling you upset this summer. Okay, so that's our lesson in selling in systems. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I know we all need to get back to work. Thank you for checking out this video. Hey, if you like our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out advisorfix.com for the latest and greatest service advisor training coming up. Don't forget that exciting update coming up in quarter number 4, and I hope to see you at one of our live training events real soon. This is Jeremy ONeal with AdvisorFix. I wish you the best in your journey to sales success for September 2019. Have a great day. Talk to you guys later.
For the boys.